Hi everyone! Welcome to my channel, Math is Fun channel. This channel is an educational channel to help you understand your problems about mathematics, and this channel is intended to those who are doing online classes out there. Hello! And those who are answering their modules. This is very helpful for you to understand more about your topics in mathematics. And aside from that, this channel will help you realize that math is not a difficult subject, but it's easy, fun, and interesting. And also, please do not forget to subscribe my channel and share this channel or videos that I have uploaded in my channel to your friends out there, especially those who are struggling in mathematics. This will help them improve their performance in mathematics, and that is a very nice advocacy in life to help other people to learn mathematics. Always remember, math is not a difficult subject. So please do not forget that one. So I guess you are now ready for our discussion in this for today rather, and I hope you will all participate, and please don't forget to subscribe again my channel. So I am hoping that you will do the same, subscribing I mean. Okay, so now let's start with our discussion. So to start with, of course, our discussion for today is like it's very important in fractions. It's on how you convert fractions or rational numbers into decimals, or converting repeating decimals to fractions. How will you convert repeating decimals to fractions? So this is the main goal that we have to learn in this video discussion. So are you ready? So you are now ready. So of course, from the California standard, they'll just have it Philippine standard. Um, we're going to know that every rational number is either a terminating or a repeating decimal, and be able to convert terminating decimal into reduced fraction. So I would like to highlight the terms used, repeating and terminating. When we say terminating, that means repeating decimals. And when we say non-terminating, that means what? Okay? Again, when we say terminating, that means non-repeating. When we say non-terminating, that means repeating. So again, know that every rational number is either a terminating or a repeating decimal. And we are going to convert terminating decimals in here into reduced fractions. So I hope you are ready for that. So what it means for you, you will see how to change repeating decimals into fractions in this video discussion that have the same value. And aside from that, I want you to remember the keywords for today's video discussion. The term or the keyword fraction. Say with me, fraction, decimal, and repeating decimals. So now, of course, to start with, you have seen how to convert a terminating decimal into a fraction before. But if not yet, then perhaps we can touch, or yeah, we can have a small touch about that one later. So, but repeating decimals are also rational numbers. Do not forget that one. When we say repeating decimals, they are also rational numbers. So they can be represented as fractions too. So if we say non-terminating, that means repeating. Do not forget that one. Do not be confused about the term used here or in fractions about terminating and non-terminating. I will highlight this one because there are some of the students out there who have difficulty to identify which one is repeating and which one is non-repeating. So when we say terminating, that means non-repeating. Example, 0.25. That is not, okay, that decimal is not repeating or non-repeating decimal, or we call it terminating decimal. Take down note of that, okay? Another thing also, another term that we have to familiarize in here is the term non-terminating. So when we say non-terminating, as I have said a while ago, Non-terminating means repeating decimals. These are decimals that ends in vinculum or bar on its top, or the top of the number that repeats. Example of that is 0.3333, and it will end in ellipsis, the three dots that you had encountered in set. So these are repeating decimals or non-terminating decimals. Again, when we say terminating, that means okay, that means non-repeating. Again, terminating is for non-repeating, and non-terminating is for repeating decimals. So do not forget that one. Going back to our main focus in this video discussion, which is to convert repeating decimals to fractions. Again, repeating decimals are also rational numbers, so they can be represented as fractions too. So that's what this lesson is all about. Converting repeating decimals, or we call it non-terminating decimals, into fractions. So taking a repeating decimal and finding a fraction with the same value. So example 0.27, as you can see, the 27 in there is a vinculum or a bar on top of it. So that can be written as 3 over 11. So that is what we call, that is an example of a repeating decimals or non-terminating decimals that can be represented in rational numbers. So please bear with my dogs. They're really fanatic on barking up. So now let's proceed. So look at the decimal 0.3333, or we can rewrite it as 0.3, as you can see there. I'll just change the, okay, this one. Okay, this one 0.333, as you can see, it ends in, this is what I said, when we say repeating decimal, it always ends, it ends rather in ellipsis. That means it is continuous or infinite. So, or you can represent it in this form 0.3, where there is a vinculum or a bar on top of 3, or a number that repeats. So, okay, so I have to clear it up. So now, to have an example, look at the decimal 0.33 or 0.3, where 3 is repeated. If you multiply it by 10, then you get 3.3333, or 3.3 bars, correct? Because when you multiply it, you will just move one place, right? This one. One place to the right. So 0.3. So that gives you 3.3 vinculum, or 3.33, so on and so forth, when you multiply it by 10. And of course, in both these numbers, the digits after the decimal point are the same. And after that, if you subtract one from the other, the decimal part of the number disappears. Again, so if you subtract rather one from the other, the decimal part of the number disappears. So let's try to look at it. 3.333, this one, the one that we multiplied by 10, minus the repeating decimal that we have in our given 0.333. So the repeating decimal, or the decimal part, will now be eliminated, okay? Or it will disappear. So the result will be 3. So in short, or you can do in this way, 3.3 vinculum minus 0.3 vinculum or bar is equal to 3. In short, this repeating decimal will be eliminated. So do not forget, if you encounter this one, that this shows repeating. Okay, that means it repeats. 3 repeats infinitely. Wow, I love the music, background music. Okay, so I hope you can follow. So after that, after we subtract it, again, after we tried to subtract it, the one that we multiplied by 10 to the decimal, or to the given 0.3, it gives us 3, correct? Please remember the process. Next step is find 3.3 bar minus 0.3 bar. As I have said, we solved it a while ago. The digits after the decimal point in both these numbers are the same, since zero point 0.3 is equal to 0.3333, so on and so forth. This one, I'm referring to this. And of course, 3.33 is equal to 3.3 bar or vinculum on top of it is equal to 3.333, so on and so forth. So next, so when you subtract the numbers, the result has no digits after the decimal point, correct? And just like what we did a while ago, 3.3333 minus 0.333, so on and so forth, the decimal will be eliminated or will disappear. So the result will be 3.000 or 3. Or you can do that one or that way. So 3.3 minus 0.333 is equal to 3. So I have to clear it up. Can you follow? You're still there? Yes, you are still there. So the idea of getting repeating decimals to disappear, class, is by subtracting. So it is used when you convert a repeating decimal to a fraction. Again, the one that we did or that process can be used in what? In converting a repeating decimal into a fraction to make, or the subtraction is used to remove the decimal so that it will be disappeared. And that step can be used in converting a repeating or what? Non-terminating decimal into a fraction. So please do not forget that one. So now let's continue. So let's have an example. Example, we have to convert zero point 0.3 into fraction. I'll highlight this one, 0 0.3. So we will we will represent 0 0.3 bar. This means it repeats, the 3 repeats infinitely. Okay, so we will represent it through a variable x. So let x be 0 0.3 or the repeating decimal, 0 0.333, so on and so forth. Okay, to follow the steps that we have, we're going to do the steps, or the process that we did a while ago. First, we multiply it by 10x. Okay, we will do this one, the first one. The second one is following the step number 2. We will find 10x and 9x. Are you ready? So use your results to write x as a fraction in its simplest form. So let's have this one. So if we have 10x, we all know that x represents as your decimal number, correct? Your decimal number. What I mean, the repeating decimal, okay? So 0 0.3, so multiply 0 0.3, as you can see there, by 10, that gives you 3.3 vinculum. And after that one, that is your 10x. To find your 9x, of course, you will just subtract 10x minus x to get your 9x. So in doing that, so we will just subtract the result 3.3. We will subtract it to x, which is the repeating decimal as we have there as our given. So that gives us 3. We did it a while ago, correct? So after we subtract it, then how do we do the next step? So you know that 9x is equal to 3, correct? Correct? Yes. So 9x is equal to 3. This one, 9x is equal to 3, as we solved it in step number 2. Then we can say that to find your x, or your x, we will try to solve it by dividing both sides by 9. So this is something like algebra. So that gives us x is equal to 3 over 9. That can be reduced as, or divide both sides by 3. That gives us 1/3. Okay? So in short, the fraction form of 0 0.3 is 1/3. Let's try to continue if we did the same process or steps. Yes. x is equal to 3 over 9, which can be simplified to x is equal to 1/3. So I want you to remember about the process on how we do it, how we converted the repeating decimals into fractions or rational numbers. Again, the first step that we are going to do is we have to multiply it by 10x. Since the why 10x, sir? Why not 100x? Why not 1000x? It's because the repeating decimal is located, or its place value is in the 10th place. That's why we multiply it by 10x. Are you with me? I hope you are still with me. That's why we multiply it by 10x. What if, sir, if the repeating decimals are in the hundredths place? Then multiply it by 100, okay? So since it's in the 10th place, so we multiply it by 10. That's why we have the first step as 10x. So multiply it by 10. That gives us the first step as 3.3. This one. And then the next is we will subtract it to the given, which is the repeating decimal 0.3. This one. Do the step number 2 to eliminate the decimal or to make the decimal disappear. And yeah, disappear rather. So that's why we have 3. And after that, we will go back to the second step, which is 9x. We all know that the value of 9x is equal to 3. Then that's why we solve for your x by dividing both sides by 9. So that gives us x is equal to 3 over 9, which can still be simplified into 1/3. Okay, easy, right? Okay. Actually, class, I have another method. Okay, do you like it? Another way on how we solve it or do it without solving. I don't know, minimal solution. What will we do is, of course, the first step, we have to know or locate the place value of the repeating decimal. The place value is in the 10th place, as I have said, correct? So you can rewrite it as 3 over 10. And then minus 1 in your denominator, always minus 1. That's why we have it 3 over 9. Or we can have it 1/3. Easy, right? We will try to follow this. We will try to use this one later. Okay? So again, you can just locate the method 2 or the technique or another way on how you get it or convert it. You can locate the place value of the repeated or repeating number, yes, or repeating decimal, and after that you after that one you write it in its form like 3, like in here 3. So since we have 3 as repeating decimal in here, so we will write it in your numerator, and your denominator will be the place value of the repeating decimal and then minus 1. That's why we got 3 over 9. And then simplify 1/3. Okay? So I hope you'll be able to get it or master that one. So let's have another. Exciting, right? Okay, now for this one, for exercises 1 to 3, I'll highlight this one. We will try to do this one. So we will try to convert 0.4 vinkilo, the given, as you can see this one. We will convert this one into fraction, this repeating decimal into fractions or rational number. So first, find 10x since 4. Okay, since 4 is in the 10th place, so multiply it by 10. So we got this answer. We got 10x is equal to 10 times 0.4 vinkilo, which gives us 4.4 vinkilo. And then for number 2, use your answer to exercise 1 to find 9x. And to find your 9x, of course, you will just subtract it to 1. So 9x is equal to 10x minus x as we presented a while ago. So we have it. We got this one, 4.4. Sorry for a while. This one, 4.4 taken from this minus the given, which is 0.4, okay, which gives us 4. And after that one, write x as a fraction in simplest form. So what's the next? So that gives us 4 over, so 9x is equal to 4, then solve for the x, then that gives us this one. divide both sides by 9. So cancel, cancel. So x now becomes 4 over 9. And 4 over 9 is already in simplest form. That's why its fractional form is 4 over 9, the 0.4. Easy, right? So let's do the other method, the one that I sent you a while ago. The one that I presented rather a while ago. So 0.4, again, place value of this is in the 10th place. So of course, expecting that the denominator is in the 10th place, so it's over 10. And after that one, of course, since we have 4 in here as our repeated decimal, yeah, repeating decimal rather, so we will write 4 over 10. Again, minus 1 in the denominator, so that gives us 4 over 9. So see, same answer. Correct. Yes. So you can do that away, or yeah, that method if you wish to, if you're comfortable to use it. So let's proceed to exercises 4 to 6. So our decimal now, our repeating decimal in here, the given is 1.2 vinculum. So find 10y. So to find your 10y, of course, multiply it by 10. That gives us 12.2 vinculum. And after that, use the 9y is equal to 10y minus y. So you will just subtract the one that you multiplied to your given. Okay, this one is subtracted to, or yeah, you just subtract it from the 1.2. So just subtract it. That gives us 11. So 12.2 vinculum minus 1.2 vinculum, that gives us 11. So after that one, what will we do? We will represent 9y equals 11, since 9y is equal to 11. Then divide both sides by 9. So cancel 9, then y is equal to 11 over 9. Let's see if our answer is the same. Excited? Yes. How excited? Yes, our answer is 11 over 9. Very easy, right? So again, we can also do this method. Okay, 1.2. So we all know that the repeating decimal is 0.2. So we can convert 0.2 into, again, we can rewrite it as a 2 over, since it's in the 10th place, so 2 over 10. Minus 1 in the denominator, so you have 2 over 9. Then, yeah. Or you can rewrite this mixed fraction into improper fraction. 9 times 1 is 9, then plus 2 is 11. So copy the denominator, 11 over 9. So same answer, right? We just have the same answer, but we use different method. It's up to you which one do you want to, or do you like to use. So I hope that's very clear to you. Okay, so now let's try to do the practice or guide practices. Yeah, exercises rather. So convert the numbers in 7 to 9 to fractions. So let's start. Number 7, 2.5 vinculum. Yes, let x be 2.5, as you can see. So our answer will be 23 over, our answer rather is 23 over 9. So again, you can use the easiest one, the fastest way that I presented a while ago. So 5 is in the 10th place. So we have it 5 over 9. And since there is 2 there as a whole number, then convert it into improper fraction. So 9 times 2 is 18 plus 5 is 23. Then copy the denominator 9. So 23 over 9. Very good. Okay, so let's do the 4.1. Okay, that's the process. It's formal process, but we will try to do our process, or the easiest one. We have 4. Point 1 is the repeating decimal in here. So 1 over 10 minus the 10 minus 1, we have 9. So 4 over 9. So that gives us 9 times 4, 36 plus 1, 37 over 9. So same answer, right? Oh, you can use that one if you want. So negative 2.5 vinculum, that gives us, yes, negative 23 over 9. We'll just follow the same solution in number 7, but we'll just add negative. Okay? So that's how you convert repeating decimals into fractions. I hope you'll be able to remember the process because this is very helpful for you, especially in converting repeating decimals into fractions. Now, you may need to multiply by 100 or 1,000 or 10,000, so on and so forth. If two digits are repeated forever, then multiply by 100 before subtracting. So it depends upon the place value of the, yes, the place value of your decimal or repeating decimals, as what I said a while ago, or I highlighted it. So if three digits are repeated forever, then multiply it by 1,000 and so on. And if it is 4, of course, you multiply it by 10,000. And if it is 5, then it's 100,000, so on and so forth. So that's how you do it. So let's now try to convert 0.23 to a fraction. As you can see, 0.23, okay, to a fraction. 23 is, yeah, there are two numbers. So in short, it's in the hundreds place value of your repeating decimal. So, of course, as what I have said, call the number as x, you represent 0.23 vinculum or the repeating decimal as x. Then since there are two repeating digits in x, so you need to multiply it by 100 before subtracting. So that gives us 100x is equal to 23.23. We multiply 100 0.23 vinculum by 100 since it has, so since it is in the hundreds rather place. So after that one, what will we do next? Subtract it. 100x minus x, that gives us 99x. Subtract it to remove the decimal, that gives us 23 rather. So we have it 99x is equal to 23. Then divide both sides by 99. Of course, 99. So cancel 99. So your x now is 23 over 99. This one. So this is your final answer. Your fractional form given with a repeating decimal. So if you want to use my process or my step, this one you can do this one since it's in the hundred place. So we have 23 over 100, then minus 1. As I have said, you always subtract 1 to the denominator. So we have it 23 over 99. Oh, amazing, right? They're just the same. So which one do you think is best for you? Then you go on, you follow what you want, what a step or method that you want to use. Okay, let's try this one, 1.728. Oh, that sounds thousands, right? In thousands, it's place value of the repeating decimal. So how will you do it? Okay, so of course, call the number as y, or you can represent it as x. It's up to you, y or x for the repeating decimal. So we have, there are three repeating decimal digits as you can see in your y. So you need to multiply it by 1,000 before subtracting. So the result will be after multiplying by 1,000 is this. This is the result after multiplying the given, this one by 1,000. So 1,000y is equal to this value. And after that class, then we subtract 1,000y to your y, which is the given. So to eliminate the decimal point. So we can eliminate this one and that gives us 1,727. After that, then you divide, since 99y is equal to 1,727, then you divide both sides by 99. 99. What I mean is 999. Okay, so cancel the 999 and then divide it. So our decimal is now 1,727 over 999. So how do we use this one if we use our process? So you can just have it 1 as your whole number and then the repeating decimal is 0.728. So 728, divide it by or over, since it's 1,000 or in thousands rather, so 1,000 minus 1. So which gives us 1 and 728 over 999. So again, after that one, we can multiply it 99, or we can change this one into improper fraction. 999 times 1 is 999. Plus 728 is what? Okay, we'll solve 999 plus 728 will give us 1,727. So our answer will be just the same. 1,727 over 999. Easy, right? Very easy. Yes, absolutely correct. So now we will proceed to the next. That's how you do, or that's how you convert repeating decimals to fractions. Okay, let's do the exercises. Write each repeating decimal as a fraction in its simplest form. So for 0.09, that gives us, charang, 1 over 11. Very good. For 0.18 vinculum, that is 2 over 11. You can use my process, the easiest one, the quicker one, sorry. For this number 12, that is 101 over 111. So now let's do another 0.123. That gives you a fraction of 41 over 333. And for 2.12 vinculum, that gives us a rational number 70 over 33. And for the last one, that is 1,234 over 9,999. So the numerator and denominator must be integers. Please do not forget that one. You won't always get a whole number as the result of the subtraction. So please always remember that one. Because in this case, you will encounter another problem related to this conversion of repeating decimal to fractions. If this happens, you may need to multiply the numerator and the denominator of the fraction to make sure they are both integers. So please take down note of this. Again, you won't always get a whole number as the result of the subtraction. If this happens, you may need to multiply rather, the numerator and denominator of the fraction to make sure they are both integers. So let's have an example. This one, convert 3.43 to a fraction. What have you observed? What have you observed? 4 is not repeating, 3 is repeating. There's one repeating in the given, 3.43, because only 3 has a vinculum, so only 3 repeats. So how will you now convert this one into fraction? Okay, we will follow the process that we did a while ago, not the quicker one, okay, not the shortcut one, the manual process. So call the number, or we can let, sorry, thank you for the background music. Okay, so call the number as x, this one. We will make it as x as how we do it a while ago. We can name this one as x. So there is one repeating digit in x. So multiply it by 10. So again, if there are two, how many? What I mean is, yes, how much will you multiply? 100. If it is 3, multiply it by 1,000 as I instructed a while ago. So again, since there's only one repeating digit, which is 3 vinculum, so we multiply them by 10. Okay, so we have 10x is equal to, after we multiply it by 10, of course, you can just move one place to the right. So that gives you 34.3, then 3, 3, then 3 is, of course, that is what we call that repeating decimal, the 3. Okay, after that one, after it, what will we do next? Using 34.33 rather than 34.3 makes the subtraction easier. Again, the purpose of putting the vinculum in the second, or in the hundreds, yes, hundreds of place value of your decimal, is to make it easier for us to subtract it. Okay, again, using 34.33 vinculum rather than 34.3 vinculum makes the subtraction easier. So subtract as usual that we do. subtract it to the given 10x minus x. So in short, 34 point, this one, the one that we multiplied, minus the given, this is the given. So that gives us 30.9. This is what I said a while ago. The result is not integer, so it's not all the time. This will happen later. This will have, I will emphasize that one later. So after that one, we can have 9x, yes, 10x minus x is 9x is equal to 30.9. Then you multiply, you divide both sides by 9. Same process as how we do it. And of course, that gives us 30.9 over 9. How does it possible, sir? It's not yet in fraction because there's a decimal in the numerator. Later, I will highlight that one. So, convert 3 point, to continue, to convert 3.43 43 vinculum to a fraction. So after we divide both sides by 9, it gives us x is equal to 30.9 over 9, as you can see on the screen. But the numerator here is not an integer, as I have said. So multiply the numerator and denominator by 10 to get an equivalent fraction of the same value. So why not 100, sir? Because we have to remove this one or move this point something or the decimal to the right. Okay, so to move it in one place, so we will just move one place, right? That's why we multiply it by 10, since the place value of the repeating decimal is in the 10th place. That's why we multiply it by 10, both numerator and denominator. Do not forget, you multiply 10 to both your numerator and denominator, so that the both numerator and denominator will become what? An integer. Okay, so that's the purpose of multiplying it by 10. So after that one, yes, we got it. So multiply it 30.9 times 10, as you can see, and 9 times 10, that gives us 309 over 90. Or we can simplify it. After that, we simplify it, then it gives us 103 over 30. And that is this is our answer, the fractional form or rational form of 3.43 vinculum. Easy, right? So do not forget, how did we solve it? Sorry, in this case, there is no shortcut. So now we will try to practice what we have learned. So 1.12. Okay, convert it. This is, we can represent it as x. 9x is equal to 10.1. Okay, so 10.1 divided by 9. So 9x is equal to 10.1. Okay, we multiply 1.12, this one the given, by 10. That's why we have this. We have this one, 11.22 bar or vinculum. Then subtract it to the given. The given is 1.12, so that gives us 10.1. So that is the value of your 9x. Remember, 10x minus x. Then divide both sides by 9. So that gives us x is equal to 10.1 over 9. So to remove this 0.1, we multiply both numerator and denominators by 10. Okay, so that gives us 101 over 90. Okay, since we cannot simplify this one anymore, so our fraction form for 1.12 vinculum is 101 over 90. Very good. Okay, what about this one for number 17? Since our repeating decimal is in the, it has two places, or yes, it's in the hundreds. So we will multiply it by 100. As you can see there, 100. So multiply it, the given, by 100. Just move 1, 2, 2 places to the right. That gives you this. And then subtract it to the given. That gives you 231.1. Then divide it by 9. So that gives you 231.1 over 9. Then multiply it by 10, both numerator and denominator. So that gives you 2,311 over 990. Yes. What about this one, number 18? Okay, number 18, let's do it. Let's do the math. Okay, so as you can see in number 18, based on the given, so there are three numbers, repeating decimals rather, 3 digits. So we will multiply it by 1,000 as I have instructed a while ago. So to multiply this given by 1,000, this is the result. Subtract it to the given, that gives us 542.67. So divide both side by, sorry, a while ago, this is not 99, sorry. Because that is 100 minus, 100x minus 9. Sorry. This one, this is 99, sorry. So that's why the answer is 990. Okay, in this case, since it's 1,000, of course, minus 1, that gives you 9999. 99 rather. So after that one, we will multiply both sides by, because we want to eliminate 67. Okay, so what I mean is, since we want to make them integer rather, so multiply, we have to move 2 places to the right, and that gives us the idea by multiplying both numerator and denominator by 100. So we have it 5,000, let's try to do that one. That gives you 54,267. Okay, for this one, over 999 times 100, that gives us 99,900. So when we try to simplify that one, let's check 54,267 divided by 99,900. So yeah, that gives us this one. 0.543 is, which is equal to 18,089 over 33,300. Okay, so this is our fraction form. So do not forget about the process and how we do it. So please remember that the place value plays an important role in converting repeating decimals to fractions. And I guess we will end our discussion in there. But if you still have time, you can do the practice independently, or independent practice rather, just to apply what you have learned in this video discussion. You can just answer that one if you want. Okay? So done answering. Okay, I will show you the answers and it's up to you to check. So that's it. Always remember, round up. This is a really handy 3-step method in converting repeating decimals to fractions. So multiply it first by 10, 100, 1,000, or whatever. It depends upon the number of repeating decimals. And also subtract the original number. And of course, divide to form your fraction. So that's how you do it. And I hope you get something in this video discussion, and this is very helpful for you to understand about how to convert repeating decimals into fractions. That is a very interesting and very challenging lesson in grade 6. Yes, so I hope you will be able to master it. So if you have some questions, you can just put it in the comment box rather. So please do not forget to subscribe my channel. Thank you so much for listening, and please share this one to your friends out there. Thank you and have a good day. Always remember, math is fun. The essence of mathematics is not to make simple things complicated, but to make complicated things simple. Have a good day.